What's up, guys? It's Jasmine, but my subscribers call me Jazz, and we're back with the old setup, the heart-to-heart advice giving setup. I'm gonna start this video off with a story time because it relates to what I'm talking about in this video, so bear with me. It all has a point, I promise. And also, I apologize in advance if this video is long, but this is kind of like a very important topic to me, and I hope it helps anyone else who is watching this video. So a couple weeks ago, I went to an event and I was nervous because I knew at this event I was going to run into people from high school. Now, there were two people in particular that I was anxious to see because I knew for a fact they were going to be there. I knew they were going to be there because this event had something to do with a mutual friend of ours, hence me running into people from high school, etc., right? Well, person A was cool. You know, we caught up, we spoke, it was great. I haven't seen that person in like a few years. But person B, on the other hand, shocked me in a bad way. Person B practically made it their mission to not speak to me or a couple other people from our high school. And this really hurt me because when I was at high school with person B, we were cool, very cool, in fact. And things between us didn't end on a bad note. It was just kind of like a slow fade, you know, like when you kind of lose touch with someone, that's how things ended. So the last memory or image I had of person B was the person that I was very cool with freshman, sophomore year of high school. And even on social media, like long after high school, things were cool. Like I never sensed any, you know, animosity or feelings of like, get away from me from this person. So this hurt. Why is person B acting like this? I even asked person A at the event, like, what's up with person B? And they didn't really know. But I told two different friends about this the day after because this hurt me so much that like I woke up the next morning and I kind of cried about it. Not even kind of, I cried about it because it was so surprising. And I had two different reactions from two different friends, and those reactions are kind of gonna steer the conversation for today's video. Now let me get into what friend number one said, because I love what friend number one said. And by the way, I love both of these friends dearly, and so there's like I'm not pitting them against each other as like, yeah, anyways. Okay. And I'm gonna have like animations on the screen so it'll help you keep track. They said, one of the biggest things I have learned, and that I'm sure you've learned, but you probably didn't realize, is that you have to let go of people. They're not going to be the same as 5 years ago. There's people in your life that you don't see space for anymore, and vice versa. No hard feelings about it, but you need people that push you toward growth in any capacity. And then I'm going to skip forward a little bit. If you hadn't moved on from them, you wouldn't be where you are now. So don't try to force old friendships or have expectations of them based on how you remember them. And this, friend number one, you was preaching. If you watching this, you was preaching. You was right. And it really opened up my perspective because, yeah, I do know that, you know, sometimes you have to let go of people, but this just wasn't somebody that I thought, let go of them. And by that, I mean, let go of who they once were. And with that, I want to talk about the art of letting go. We tend to lock people's value or importance in our life based on who they once were at a particular moment in time. But we have to constantly evaluate who they are in the present, right now, or else we'll miss cues to readjust their position or place in our lives. Yeah, you were a good friend to me 10 years ago, but do you show up every day as a good friend to me? I can't keep you in my life because of who you were 10 years ago, thinking that you're still gonna be that person from 10 years ago. And I can't hold on to that as like a benefit of the doubt type of thing. Like sometimes somebody shows us that they have changed, and because of who they once were, we overlook it because we value so much who they once were. Who are they in your face right here, right now, today? Who are they telling you that they are? Believe them. I have a bad habit of telling people happy birthday as a way of holding on to friendships. And it'll literally be the only time we speak. They don't speak to me on my birthday. I don't think they even remember, but I'm just really good at birthdays. I even know person B's birthday. It's coming up soon. But I have started to not do that starting this year, or even last year. I've started to stop saying happy birthday to people that I need to let go of. If you don't show up consistently in my life as a friend, or vice versa, what are we holding on to? Reciprocation is a big topic for me because reciprocation is my love language, okay? Actually, it's words of affirmation, but reciprocation is huge for me, okay? When I don't feel like someone is reciprocating the time, effort, or energy that I put into the friendship or the relationship, it stresses me out. Like it literally triggers my fight or flight. So when number one said this to me, you know, not holding on to who they once were and learning how to let go, it reminded me of something my therapist told me. Because I've had problems with reciprocation in the past. And so my therapist told me that sometimes I have to readjust how close I consider someone to me. In other words, readjust how important people are in your lives. And when she said that, it was like a light bulb went off over my head. Hence the light above my, no, I'm playing. But it was like a light bulb went off over my head. And that brings me to the art of reciprocation. Now, friend number two, I haven't talked about what friend number two said to me. So we're going to get into that now. When I told friend number two about what happened at this event between me and person B, they were like, "Oh, I wouldn't let that hurt you. You're a great person." And I understood their intent because I know this friend would never say anything to hurt me. But I felt like my feelings were being dismissed. So I said, "Friend, I get what you're trying to say, but that's like if I got punched in the face, or if someone got punched in the face and you told them, 'You're a good person, I wouldn't let that hurt you.' If someone is hurt, if something hurts them, then it hurts them." So I want to dispel this idea that confidence in knowing your worth and knowing that you're a good person is the magic antidote to being hurt by what the people around you do to you or how they treat you, because it's not. I would argue that it is because you know your worth that something hurts you. You know you deserve better than that. You know you didn't do anything to this person. So why are they treating you that way? Knowing your worth can make you sensitive to what doesn't need to be happening to you. There are people who have a condition where they cannot feel pain. I'll put it on the screen, but what happens is something can happen to them and their brain does not process that input from the body as pain. So their brain literally cannot tell them this is harmful to you. And that's dangerous because they could be internally bleeding. They could have a fracture and not know it because they don't feel or process the pain. When you have confidence in yourself and you're aware of what you're worth, your brain is able to tell you, you don't deserve this. And sometimes the reaction to that is hurt. Some people, they don't let it get to them. Good for them. But it's valid to be hurt by something. And being hurt by something doesn't mean you don't have confidence in yourself. So when person B did this to me, I felt hurt because I knew I didn't deserve it. But I want to stay on the topic of knowing your worth because that's an important part of reciprocation. So going back to what my therapist said, Knowing my worth means I have the power to adjust how much of myself I give to others. If I adjust my interactions with you to match the effort, time, and emotion that you give to me, I have now eliminated the problem and the feeling of unrequited love, friendship, and effort. And sometimes reciprocation overlaps with letting go. Sometimes someone has obviously let you go, and it's time for you to do the same. Keep that same energy. That's it for today's video, guys. I have a more in-depth blog post that will be going up that you can read, and I will link it in the comment sections when it is available. I just wanted to do a quick video. I say quick, but this video is probably like 15 minutes long. I just wanted to do a video talking about reciprocation and letting go of people, because it's something that I'm learning to do at 25 years old, through different life experiences, being hurt by people and wanting to hold on to people because of who they once were. But that's not healthy. And I want to say, letting go of people doesn't always have to be that they hurt you. Sometimes we maneuver into new places in our lives and our priorities change. And because our priorities change, we only have room for the people who are a priority to us. And sometimes you're no longer a priority to someone, and that is okay. You cannot determine how much someone values you, but you can determine how much you value them and how much time and energy you put into them based on what they give you. So with that, thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed already, then go ahead and visit my channel, see what you like, and if you like what you see, subscribe. Please don't forget to like this video, comment if you've gone through something similar. If this helped you in any way, shape, or form, let me know, because it's encouraging to know that these videos are making an impact on someone. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.